afternoon.
Good afternoon. How have you been?
How are you? I've been fine. How have you been?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Wonderful. So since the last time we met, how have your sessions been going?
Mm, Going great.
Okay, okay. And
Mhm.
could you tell me what feedback have they given you so far?
I have uh, I have problem with the sentence formation,
Hmm.
pronunciation, and
Okay.
singular plural
Hmm.
preposition. So yeah,
Okay, okay. Just the basics related to the grammar particularly.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Besides that, recently, what I want to do is I want to start with some storytelling. So you can tell me about any recent book that you have read or any movie or series that you have watched, and try to tell me the story, in detail.
Okay. Recent book I read. Mm, mm, mm. I read. I read many books. Every week I finish a book. Right.
Okay.
So some right now I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
It's very famous book, right?
Okay. Actually, I've never heard of it. His dad, her dad.
Rich Dad
Rich dad
Poor
and poor
Dad.
dad. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
think I have heard of it. Yeah, yeah.
This one you might have heard or seen.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I have, I have.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
what is it about? Hmm.
this is about finance. Uh,
Hmm.
it is teaching you how to save money, how to invest money, what
Hmm.
our community, our culture teaches us since beginning that go to school, get a good marks,
Hmm.
look for job, get a well-paid job, and survive the life,
Hmm.
right? And we are hungry for money, right? We everybody needs promotion, okay, hike in their salary, but they do not think about how they can provide job instead of looking for job,
Okay.
right? And in order to get financially in order to get financially free, you have to create job, you have to invest your money,
Hmm.
right? So instead of teaching your kids, your children to uh, get a good marks or get a job, we must teach them to how you can start up your own business,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
Because if you are holding a business, if you are owning any business, that can help you to grow faster, more rapidly in your career than getting a job, right? Because on the other hand, what government give you tax free, almost 10 to 50% of tax they pay.
Hmm.
The people who is holding their who is owning business and they have many employment, right? But if you are an employee, you are paying almost 25% of you're paying tax out of from your salary, right? And what the people do after getting a good paying job these days, they buy home, they buy car, their desire goes up and up, and they always stay in loan. The people who is surviving their life or living their life in job, they always
Hmm.
stay in debt.
Hmm.
So that is how middle class people survive their life, they live their life always in debt, they always buy home, but they think that home is their assets, but that is not assets, their liability. Home is liability.
Hmm.
So there is a difference between assets and liabilities. Liabilities is down, that is taking money out of your pocket, liability. And assets is the that is putting money in your pocket, right?
Okay.
So these things are teaching about how you can, be financial free in your life before
Hmm.
50 or 60. So that's
Hmm.
wonderful book.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's great. That's wonderful. So you finish one book every week?
Sometimes in 4 days, if the book is small,
Hmm.
between 200 pages, I finish in between 4 days. Or if
Hmm.
that book is large, 300, 400 pages, then I finish it within a week.
Okay.
5 days,
And
6 days.
okay. And how do you choose next book? How do you choose which book to read, or what books to read? I can ask it in plural also.
It's all about your interest,
Hmm.
right? These days people read, Bollywood magazine, or regarding love and relationship. But I
Hmm.
choose books only can help me to grow my future
Okay.
in the field in which I want to build my career. Right? If I
Hmm.
want to be financially free, so I have to pick a book that is teaching you about finance,
Hmm.
how to save money, how to invest money, how you can get out of debt, right? If you have to be a businessman, entrepreneur, you have to pick a book that is teaching you how to
Hmm.
start your own business, how to own business, right? If you are working on your self development, you can pick many books. If you are learning any communication school, you can
Hmm.
pick that books. So yeah, but I am interested in leadership, business, communication skill, personal development.
Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. And well, so all the books that you read are related to these only, so to finance and to personal development.
Yeah.
Are there any
Yeah.
other personality development? Sorry, are there any other things that you have read besides these?
Beside this, no.
Okay, and that's great. Okay, how long have you had this habit of
For
reading
past
one book every week?
I know for past 2 years I'm reading a book in a week for past 2 years. But before that, I used to finish a book in 12 days, 15 days a book. I used to finish.
Hmm.
But now I have
Okay.
target. I have to read 60 to 70 pages every single day.
Okay, okay, okay. That's wonderful. Just a few errors quickly, and then we'll move ahead. First of all, the description was very good, and one good thing I noticed that was your pace. In the previous session, I do notice that there were like I do remember, although it's been quite some time, I do remember that since then there has been an immense progress. You have been able to, you are speaking very well, very fluently, without unnecessary pauses, unnecessary gaps. That is one thing. There are other things also to to factor in. For instance, this is a book that you're talking about, and you are reading it, you have been reading it for the past few days, so it's very easy to talk about it, in the sense that you love it so much, you're very comfortable with talking about it. Perhaps some other topic might again bring those gaps, those filler words, but in this case you were comfortable with it, and it was evident that you were able to speak well. So that's one good thing. That's great. Can you
Sometimes,
just
sometimes I read go through many books. Sometimes I before that book I read. Let me show you this one. The $100 startups. You can see this
Okay.
one about
Okay.
business,
Hmm.
right? But I could not understand well,
Hmm.
right? So if you ask me from this, how, so I cannot explain you as beautiful as I explained this one, right? Because this book
Okay.
I could not understand very good.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is, see, to some extent, this is bound to happen. A certain thing that we love a lot, that we have a lot to speak on, our content is, of course, going to be very rich and condensed. Well,
Mm.
on the other hand, if there's something that we don't like that much, we don't have much content on it, that's okay. But yeah, here since we are practicing English, so we should make sure that it should be very fluent and without any unnecessary gaps, unnecessary pauses. That was there in this book. And as you said, it could be like in some other book, perhaps some other errors would come up. So that's something just we have
Mm.
to guard against. Okay. Okay, just a few errors. So you said every weeks I read one book every week. With every we follow it with singular every week. They
Okay.
are they are not think about. What is the error here?
They don't think about.
They don't think about, correct. How to provide a job. Okay, this was correct. How to provide a job instead of looking for a job. It is correct, but it is
Mhm.
more natural to say it is. It makes the sentence a little bit more sophisticated when instead of repeating job twice, we say it like this: how to provide a job instead of looking for one. We replace it with one. But
Mhm.
grammatically, that sentence is also correct. And you said start up a new business. Well, actually, start a new business. Startup by itself is a noun, which means a business that has just been started. But would be start a new business.
Okay.
And the people who is holding there, well, who are holding there.
Who are? Mhm.
People is plural. Okay. They stay in loan. Well, actually, then you used it correctly. They stay in debt. We say they stay in
Okay.
debt. Yeah. And yeah, this is one thing that I noticed. Somewhere around the end, you were using the word right after each sentence. Now, this is not a problem in the sense that if you have to use such fillers, you have to use such question tags to make it more interesting. But to make sure that if you start using it after every sentence, it might come off as a bit rude also. Like as if after each sentence I like, right, do you understand? You might be okay. What does Harit think that I don't understand things? It could be like that. You just have to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay. And
So
just now you said before that book I read. What is the error?
before that book, I read.
I read, correct, yeah. And we can call it before this book because you're talking about a book that is just next to you. So before this book, I read
Mhm.
that one. And I read, okay, explain you as beautiful as this one. One error is there here. Could you tell me? No? Explain
Sorry,
you.
sorry. Uh,
Okay, okay.
I
I was.
explain you.
Continue.
I can explain you. I cannot explain you as beautiful as I explained this one.
Okay. Well, actually, you see, beautiful is an adjective. So for a noun, you can use it. Like for this book, you can use it. This book is more beautiful, or than that one. The cover of this book, we can say. But here, you aren't talking about the noun, the book. You are saying you are talking about explaining. You are using the word beautiful for that. Explaining is a verb. So for that,
Mhm.
we use the adverb. I cannot explain it to you as beautifully as I explained the other one.
Okay.
Okay, explain and beautifully. Okay, just one little thing. Okay, this word, could you pronounce it? I
Mm,
wrote it in chat.
date,
Could you pronounce it again?
date.
And this one?
Same date.
Okay, actually, the second one is date, and the first one is debt. The a sound is there instead of a.
Date.
Hmm.
Date.
Debt. Just like in bed we have a,
Mhm.
just in debt also we have debt. A. The sound is there.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, this is the difference. Okay, and these are some of the errors. Okay, that's it. Is there anything else you would like to discuss before we move ahead? We must have some
Yeah.
topic also. Yeah, tell
No,
me.
go ahead with any
Uh,
topic.
okay, okay. Is there anything else you would like to ask before we start?
Mm, sorry.
Mm.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay, okay. We have quite an interesting topic, like particularly for guys, it must be so. It's about cars.
Yeah.
Are you interested in cars in general?
I don't know much about cars, but yeah, I do have my dream car,
Which one is it?
Lamborghini
Okay.
sports car.
Uh, okay. Which one? Lamborghini.
I say Lamborghini. I like it from the
The
what
actual
from
design, the
the
look, we can say.
design and the all. But I don't much. I don't know aware about car. What we
Hmm.
call. Yeah,
Could you repeat the sentence? I don't aware about.
I don't aware about. I don't
Uh,
aware much about car.
okay. Is it correct? Is there any error here?
Cars.
Well, actually, with aware, we won't use I do not. We say I am not. I am
I'm
not
not
aware
aware. Hmm.
of
Okay.
cars.
Okay.
Or we can say I don't know much about cars.
I don't know much about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Ah,
Mhm.
Lamborghini is definitely is a very cool, sexy car. There are so many different models. I like all of them. Actually, uh, have you ever actually played any car racing game or something?
No, never.
Okay. Usually, do you play games on your mobile? Like, have you ever played games?
I used to play, but I don't now. I don't do now.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
don't now. I don't anymore. We can say.
I don't do anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just say I don't anymore.
I don't anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So, which games did you used to play as a child?
If I talk about earlier when we had Nokia 64, something like that, Snake.
Okay, okay. So since the invention of smartphones, you never really played games.
No, no.
Okay. So usually, what do you do? Like besides reading books, of course, what else do you do?
I have my professional work. Okay, I am a fitness coach. So
Hmm.
after my professional work, I come home and I cook food for myself. Then I read books. I work on my self development most
Hmm.
of the. And apart
Okay.
from that, I don't do anything.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
they must.
entertain. I don't entertain myself.
Hmm.
Because my mentor always say the way you treat your time, the time will treat you.
Hmm.
So I always try to, yes, entertainment is needed, but for 10 minutes, 50, maximum 50 minutes, 20 minutes, not more than that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes. So
Okay.
because time is the most valuable currency than money.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
and you can get your money back, but you cannot get your time back.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Two things. First of all, mentor always says with an S.
Okay.
Mentor is
Okay.
singular. And the most valuable currency than money. Time is the most valuable currency than money. Is there any error here? Is there any mistake here?
And times, if it is times, the times are.
Well, actually, no. For time, we do
Time
use
is,
the singular.
yeah, times are more valuable than money. I think, yeah, time is more valuable than money.
Okay, yes. So first of all, for time, we will use singular only. Time is instead of times are. Well, time is, and yeah, either you can say time is the most valuable currency. That means that all the things that are taken together, time is the most valuable one. But
Time
if
is
you're comparing it with money, then you will use the comparative form. Time is more valuable than money.
okay.
Yeah. So if you use the most valuable, after
Mhm.
that you cannot add than money because then you are
Okay.
saying of all the things that are there. Yeah. Of all the things that are there, it is the most valuable one.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Uh, by the way, I guess you must know how to drive a car.
I
I
had learned, but I don't have car. I had learned, but I
uh,
have forgot. four
okay,
years
okay.
back, I had learned. So I
Uh,
don't know.
okay, okay. Yeah, the same thing happened with me. I did learn how to drive a car, so I know it, but it's just because I don't have a car, I haven't practiced it. So you cannot trust me with a car. Would you
Okay.
like to take that call?
I don't know. Okay, let's go. I will
Okay.
take care of it later.
Okay. Yeah, two things. First of all, I have forgotten. With have, we will use the third form, which is forgotten.
I
And
have forgotten.
I just use this expression. Would you like to take that call? Take that call is in another way of saying, would you like to answer it or receive that call? Would you like to take that call?
Mhm.
Okay. So when you were learning how to drive, how was your experience like? Were there any things that were very difficult or were easy?
I had, yeah, of course. I was scared that time because first time I was, controlling four wheelers
Hmm.
with my two hand, and I was don't know where is brake because I had a habit of, riding bike.
Hmm.
And in four wheeler you have to control your car with your legs and those all people. I was totally, what do I have to do? What?
Mm,
I was totally confused. I do not know what to do, what to not. Right.
mm,
So the guy who was teaching me, he was just handling those also brake and gear and gas pedal, whatever. I was just
mm.
moving the uh, what wheel,
Steering, we can say. So yeah, the
ah,
gear
steering
and
wheel,
the
steering wheel. I was
hmm.
just moving. So I hardly I learned for in 6 or 7 days it took. Why? But then I left that.
Ah, okay. Ah, so only for 6 or 7 days you learned it. After that, you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
left it.
yeah. Because
Ah,
I was not. I did not hire my school driving class to someone. I did not. He was
okay.
my cousin, so he was teaching me.
Ah,
I paid him
okay.
for fuel fuel charge. Okay, and he,
Okay,
yeah,
I
he
have
was
a
teaching.
question. So, was he a part of the driving school itself, or was it just
No,
uh
he was my cousin. He was not a part of any driving school.
okay, okay. So, well, in that case, how was he managing the gas pedal and everything? Because why I'm asking is because in a driving school they have a car especially built for this purpose, so that at their side also, at the passenger side also, they have gas pedal and everything. But in a normal car, we don't have that, right? So how
Yeah,
would you?
I said, but I do not know. The brake is by legs. You can control your brakes, and the other side is gas pedal also. I
Yes,
said, but most of the time you have to control your car with the what with legs,
yeah.
right? And you can uh, close gear, something like that.
Hmm.
You can do. So he was doing for me,
Ah,
right? I can.
how
He
was he
was doing
doing
for me.
that? He was in the passenger seat, so how was he doing that?
He he was just beside me. He was just beside me,
Ah, okay,
and
okay.
I
So he
was
was sitting on the
like
same
this way.
seat.
Yes, yes,
Ah,
yes.
okay, okay, okay. That's not that comfortable.
Yeah, that was not
Okay.
comfortable because I said I was totally. I do not know
Hmm.
where is clutch, where is brake, where is.
Ah.
Apart from I was knowing this is a steering wheel, and that's it. Because I was looking for this way, this way. So otherwise, he
Ah.
said, if you will look this way, then you will commit an accident.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, that must have been funny. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
besides the fact that it was scary, it must have been funny also.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, Quickly, just one or two things again. I was don't know, but is the error?
I was don't know.
I was don't know what to do, we can say. So, what is the
Uh,
mistake? Hmm.
I don't know what to do. Is it incorrect?
Yes, there is one little error here.
I was don't know what to do. I couldn't find it.
Okay, I know something. This is the sentence we have. Now, let's convert it into negative. How would you do that? I know something.
I don't know.
I don't know something. So, we know that do is the verb here. And how would you convert it into past?
I didn't know.
Correct. I didn't know. We don't need was here. You simply say,
Okay.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm. I didn't know
I
how
did.
to, I don't know what to do.
I don't.
And uh, okay, there was just one thing. I did not hire any uh, person. Yeah, we can say it like that. I didn't learn from, yeah, we can also say I didn't learn from any driving school instead of saying I did not hire. Yeah, but you can, we can use it. I think in your terminology also, you must use it like people hire you as their personal coach.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
also there.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And yeah, it works. Okay. So we have just one or two things related to the car. So first of all, that is the driving wheel. We can call it the steering, or we can
Mm-hmm.
call it the wheel also. The steering,
Okay.
or
Okay.
we can call it the wheel. We can call it a steering wheel also. But all three of them work. Okay. So yeah, we have this expression like he is behind the wheel. He is
Mm-hmm.
behind the wheel in the sense he is driving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the gas pedal, which is also called an accelerator. Then we have the
Yeah.
clutch, and then we have the brake.
Yeah.
I messed up the order. Sorry. Accelerator, brake, and then clutch. Okay, that is well. And then we have the gears. Okay. So far the Clippingo sessions that you have taken, you must have tried many different tutors. Tutors. Okay,
Mhm.
so has your experience been like? How are things going?
Yeah, all tutors are wonderful. They are
Hmm.
uh, mm, teaching in a very beautiful manners,
Hmm.
right? And I love interacting with you people. So beautiful, so honest. No arrogance.
Hmm.
So
That is
yeah,
that
so
is great.
it's
It's
wonderful.
wonderful that you are having a good. You have such a good feedback.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and around how many tutors have you tried? Any idea?
I think I have tried 15, 16, more than 15, 16. I have
Hmm.
never counted.
But yeah, around 15 or 16. That must be the number. That's good. That's great. Okay. Quickly, just I will. As far as my feedback is concerned, see, it was again a very amazing session. So you were able to speak very well, and we have already discussed how your pace was very good, your fluency was good. That's one of the most important things. That is what helps us, avoid any unnecessary fillers. That is the most important
Mhm.
part, because those people who tend to speak very fast, they use a lot of sounds, including me. I used to do that. It is something that I had to work on when I joined
Mhm.
Clapingo. So that's something that is there. Besides that, there are a few grammatical errors. For the most part, it is to an extent where a person can understand what you are saying, but still there are some
Mhm.
grammatical errors, and since we are actually on this platform trying to improve it, this is something we have to focus uh, on the past tenses, and sometimes some topics
Mhm.
come up like direct indirect speech and so on. If you ever get time, you can always do some grammar exercises for them. But the thing is that for a person who reads so many different books, it is just that at some point you will get an idea of how these things work. Most of my understanding of English came from books only. I just got to understand how these sentences are framed and everything. I didn't have to go through the grammar exercises in that way. So perhaps you could continue with that only, and then also you would learn English, learn it properly, the grammar part. Or if you would like to uh, make it happen more quickly, you can do that. You can do some grammar exercises also. Okay. And
All right.
besides, it was a great